All right, everyone, here we go with an energy weather update. What's going on? The environmental energies around us. I've got a pre-shuffle. I said, what do you want to tell my people? I thought it was going to kind of stick with what the astrology might be saying right now. Mars and Saturn are kind of duking it out a little bit, in a way. I'm gonna kind of alter it a little bit. I think what your horoscopes might be talking about is an urge against, or at least the general astrology anyway, an urge against half-assing things, an urge against rushing things, rushing through things, right? Saturn would kind of spank you for that. I'm gonna disagree with that on some level, just a little bit. I'm gonna say that that's the byproduct of the actual issue in the surrounding energies right now. That's the byproduct. Yeah, if you half-ass things and rush through projects and such, Saturn will spank you. But the reason for that, the main product of it, it's an energy where if we make assumptions, we get spanked, right? If you make assumptions, if you assume you know what someone's saying, or you assume you know how to put that bicycle together, or you assume this and that, you're in effect half-assing a project. Right, you're kind of getting it wrong in this energy. So the byproduct is the project or the thing, the bike you're assembling or the conversation you're having ends up being incomplete on some level. Okay, and Saturn will spank you for that in this energy. And I have right here, I have a tower in the pre-shuffle. So be careful, at least for the next week or so. Well, do I want to say a week? I'm going to say at least till Thursday. All bets are off after Thursday the 11th. After we finally get Mercury changing signs, etc., and some of the other energies I'll be pulling on, including the 12-12 portal, Mars is changing signs soon. Once all that happens, you should be fine. You could go ahead and go back to making your assumptions if you want to. But I would say between now and the 11th. All right, technically between yesterday and the 11th. Be careful about making too many assumptions. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. No, you don't. Slow down. Just slow your roll a little bit. That's all. That's the surrounding energies that we don't control what comes in. We only control how we behave in them. And I'm trying to give you some tips on how to behave in it. That's all. You can do what you want. I always get people that say, I don't want to be controlled by this and that. You tell me what I should be doing in this. I'm not telling you anything. I'm just giving you the weather. It's raining. Wear an umbrella if you want to. Don't. Right? Like the weatherman. That's all I am. That's why it's called the energetic weather forecast. I'm the weatherman. The weatherman can tell you it's pissing down rain outside, and you can decide to go out in a tube top and no fucking umbrella if you want to. It's up to you. Right? I wouldn't, but you can do what you want. Here we go. Pre-shuffle, surface energy. So don't make too many assumptions. Don't assume you know what's going on. Don't assume you know what somebody's saying. Don't assume you know how to put the bicycle together. Or some poor kid is going to end up in the emergency room. All right? And don't assume your candle business will work out either. All right? Don't put all your eggs in one basket in this energy. The tower, crossed by the two of wands. You're making quick snap. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Quick snap decisions. Quick plans. Got it. Right? There's hidden things going on. There's more going on than you know. Look, this is just backing up what I said. I mean, I read the energy first, but I mean, even the pre-shuffle was like, yeah, fucking slow down, motherfucker. And it says motherfucker with love, okay? The Queen of Swords and the Temperance card, you firmly, there's this other byproduct of this energy where you firmly believe that you're right. That you firmly, you swear you're right? You swear that you're right. I remember one time, I won a bet one time. Just to describe this energy, I won a bet one time. One time, a friend of mine swore that a certain celebrity was dead. It's like, you can't be reading a story about that. That person died. They died 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something like that. I'm like, no, they're not. They're totally alive. He was so convinced that he was right. Bet me $50 that the person was dead. They were not dead. Okay, we get things wrong sometimes. We make assumptions. We hear things wrong. I'm just saying, in this energy, one of the byproducts is you will fight to the death that you're right, that your assumptions are correct. Be careful. That's what this is talking about. There's hidden energies you don't know. I don't want you to lose $50 over something stupid. Okay. Underneath that celebrity is still alive, by the way, to this day. That was a long time ago. 9 swords underneath it, see? It'll come back to bite you, and 9 wands. It'll jam you up, all right? Don't be too rigid in your beliefs. And again, making quick assumptions. Yeah, I got it. Let's go. Let's make plans. Yeah, we're fine. It's good. You know, the car's packed. Let's go. Check the fucking car. Double check the fucking car, right? If you think the bag is packed, double check the fucking bag. Open it back up. Right? This hidden energy will trip you up. It's not really a devil energy. It's just you're inclined to miss something, is what it's talking about. Okay? All right? That's going to help you out. Now, I get a feeling when I shuffle on this, 3 cards and a bottom card, I'm going to get somebody attacked. I'm going to get the other reason you're getting this reading. Why did I spend so much time? People complain I don't talk about them enough. People complain I don't talk about the other side enough. People complain. Start a YouTube channel. You'll find you get a circle of complaints, right? It's just amazing. I'm giving it to you from your angle for a reason. And I harped on that. That's all I'm going to be talking about with you, because somebody attached to you, you knowing about this energy now, somebody attached to you is going to be making a lot of assumptions. I guarantee it. All of that's going to be flipped back on you from other people. And just because you know what's going on with the energy in this case, it may or may not help you. All right? So be cautious. I don't usually recommend locking yourself away and binge watching in a basement or a TV in a basement or something like that. But if you can kind of do that this week, you'd probably be better off than interacting with too many people, because they're all going to be making assumptions, and they're not here to hear this reading. All right? Even if you read your horoscope and the core astrology, it's talking about the byproduct of this, where it talks about, you know, don't take shortcuts, don't shortchange projects, don't half-ass things. Even if you do that and if you just know that and you keep that in mind, that's fine. But you're still going to make assumptions. It's about what's causing that byproduct that's important. You're still going to, within that, you're going to make assumptions. You're going to assume that you're not taking shortcuts, for example. You know, it'll come back to bite you. And that pre-shuffle was very clear about that. All right. What do you want to tell my people on the flip? Because the energy is flipping here. It means incoming energy, which is pretty rare for a energetic weather update. But hey, whatever. Let's see where we go. Yeah. 4 of Wands. It's communication. You got some kind of communication comes in. The blue, the throat chakra there. Do I want to say this? Yeah. Somebody, I think this will be crossing the center card. I'm going to keep my mouth shut for a minute. Although, yeah, there's the Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's this. I was going to say somebody assumes you like them. Somebody assumes that you love them. Somebody assumes that you're into them. Somebody assumes. Somebody is, look at this shit. 4 of Wands, the Sun, yes. Somebody might, in an extreme example, just catch my drift. Some fucker might ask you to marry them. Somebody you don't even fucking know. You're not even dating yet, right? You've never even gone on a date with them. They're just like, you're my destiny, right? You're my density, Lorraine. You know, I mean, I don't know. Somebody turns into George McFly on you or something. It's a lot of that. It's a whole lot of somebody just assumes you're into them. If you're one of my celebrity type viewers or influencer type viewers, you're going to get some kind of crazed fan here that, you know, be careful. You know, you don't need to hire security for it. It's almost laughable in a way. I don't have a devil attached, but it can be a little annoying, you know. Okay, what's red with that? The 7 of Cups, they're confused. I mean, I love it. I read the energy first. It's confusion. Somebody's confused about how you feel about them. Somebody's confused about their feelings. They're making assumptions about how you feel. All right, I'm just telling you. And you don't have to be some influencer or celebrity for this to happen. This could be some fucker at work. You ran into him twice in the fucking break room. Twice, right? You asked them one time, change the water for me, I can't lift the bottle. You know, I mean, I don't know. And they felt like you loved them. That's it, you know, that kind of a thing. I don't know. Or the other way around. They changed the bottle for you. And again, you might, in this energy, make some assumptions if I had not told you that they're into you, because they're always trying to help you out. Always trying to be he-man or he-woman, right? I don't know. Or is it she woman? I don't know. Anyway, you get my drift, right? Somebody here is making big assumptions about how you feel about them, and they are greatly confused. I tell you, they are. There's some weird shit that'll come out of people's mouths in this type of energy. I'm just saying that. Why? Because they're making assumptions. Assumptions. You've all heard that saying, if you assume, you make an ass, right? They take the word ass out of the word assumptions, and you make an ass of yourself and others around you, that kind of a thing. It's somebody here, there's a lot of assuming going on in this energy, and the byproduct is shortcuts or half-assed projects or asking somebody to marry you that doesn't even like you, that you've seen twice in the break room at work, right? Or asking somebody to marry you that you've never even met. It can be that. I believe that's what's coming towards you. And I believe I'm telling you about this energy and the core of it rather than talking about the byproduct, right? Because it's a lot more than just half-assing projects and taking shortcuts. It's people are making assumptions. And that half-assing applies across the board. That's why, again, that's why I like doing, it's why my friends call me. But before I started doing these energy weather updates, it's why my friends call me for them. Astrology at best only covers 10%, 15% of the issue. Well, how the planet is pulling on the core energy is just a little bit of it. It's not the target. It misses a lot of points. And I say I get where they're going with the whole Saturn Mars thing and how you shouldn't shortcut things. But the reason why are we shortcutting is what's important. And this is why it's part of the core energy. It's got nothing to do with Mars or Saturn. It's the energy itself. It's making people make assumptions. They're saying shit that they shouldn't say, that they don't know. Somebody's very confused about their feelings for you. I'm going to find out their feelings right now. I'm shuffling on the Ace of Cups. Right? I'm just telling you so you know. What should you do? Well, you should say no. If you've only met them once or twice in the break room, what the hell? Right? I don't know. What's going on here? All right. The Ace of Cups. Why is it here? All right. It's the King of Swords. They're taking action on this. The King of Swords rarely delays action. He doesn't sit around long, right? That sword's always out. Somebody got big sword for you. Somebody here is believing it's true, believing the feelings are true, assuming, like crazy though. What's on top here? Yeah, the Page of Cups. Yeah, they're just, why is that here? Judgment, karma. Oh, God. What's the bridge? The Emperor. Look at that. These are very similar looking cards too. I'll tell you, sometimes I even Freudian slip and call this the King of Swords or this the Emperor by accident. It's like somebody's taking charge here. Somebody feels like you need them. And they're taking charge, right? They're like a phoenix, right? The love and emotions are flowing in, and they're making assumptions that you feel the same way, because otherwise, why would the love and emotions be flowing in? That's where the judgment card's coming in. It feels like a message from God to go, I'm going to go ask Steve's viewer to marry me, or I'm going to ask Steve's viewer out, or Steve's viewer is in love with me. I need to tell them off and tell them not to be. It could be either way it's confusing to you. It could go either way. Every energy is a double-edged sword. It could be somebody coming to profess their love to you and you're like, what? I just asked you to change the water in the break room once. What the fuck are you doing? Or it could be somebody coming who's convinced that they love you and it's a message, that you love them, and it's a message from God, and they're coming to tell you, look, we can't be together, and you're confused. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? You just changed the water for me once in the break room, right? See what I'm saying? It can go either way. And I'm warning you in advance so you know. People are making assumptions. It's not just about half-assing or taking shortcuts. That's a byproduct. All right? I don't have anything else I need to, I really don't. Maybe I'll pull on the Seven of Cups just to see what it says. It is what it is. I'm not a Time Lord. There's no time in the energy as we know it with our clocks and calendars and shit. I don't know how fast you're moving on your timeline or when this will hit you. But you'll know. Because you'll be confused by what's going on. Either somebody come, and you'll be tempted to make some assumptions too. You'll be tempted to rush through things. Oh, yeah, I got it. No, I don't need the instructions. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah, we're packed. We're good to go. Everything's fine. Be careful, okay? Be careful about assumptions. I would say if you want to play it safe, be careful about assumptions the rest of the fucking month, all right? Play it safe. Saturn's doing some big spanking for this. I'll tell you what. Now, if you didn't know about this and you're both in this fucking energy, you might end up marrying Mr. or Mrs. Change the Water for you in the break room, and that would be a mistake. I think it would be a huge mistake. Anyway, you're confused. I'm clearing up your confusion right now. This can play out a lot of ways. I'm giving you big examples here. Just catch my drift, okay? It doesn't have to be somebody asking you to marry them or even professing love. Or it could be somebody assuming that you'd want to go with them somewhere. It could be, again, think of it along the lines of people making assumptions. The message for you is don't fucking do it. Don't make assumptions in this energy. You're wrong. Saturn will spank you. Okay? Just double check everything. That's all you got to do. Right? Question your assumptions. That's all. Other people aren't going to be doing that, so you also need to be aware of that. Not everybody watches my readings, and not everybody's a friend of mine to get the daily fucking email. And Jesus, I got so many people on that damn email. Unreal. All right. I should just send everybody to watch the readings, but my friends are too lazy to watch these readings. All right, here we go. 7 of Cups. I'm busy, Steve. Okay. Well, good for you. I'm busy too doing fucking readings. So fuck off and watch the reading. Here we go with the 2 of Wands crossing this here. Yeah, again, plans get jumbled up. And there's the 2 of Wands again. It was in the pre-shuffle, right, with a tower, right? Things don't go. You get confused because things don't go the way you planned and you thought you knew what you were doing. Again, we're just going to get repeat messages here. This applies to you and somebody else. Just pay attention to what I just said. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, I got this. It's a stable energy. I'm sitting on top of confusion. Why is that here? The Moon. The unknown. Again, it's saying the same thing that the pre-shuffle said. What's the bridge? The 9 of Wands is saying the same thing as the pre-shuffle. It jams you up from another deck. All right? I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, you think you got it. You don't. Be careful. Pay attention to what I said while I was shuffling on this. Okay? Never fast forward through my shuffling on Steve's Love Tarot reading. I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. The cards are either backing me up or they're not. But what I'm saying in the in-between is what's important, because that's where I'm reading energy. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. Randomly at the bottom is a hangman. I think this period of time, this little block of energy might teach you something about the people around you, about yourself maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're somebody who learns to read instructions for a change. I have no idea. Listen, I'm not being a hypocrite. I skip instructions a lot too. I always say, I got it, no problem. I am that guy. All right, that's why sometimes you see me with a Band-Aid on my hand, as in recent readings, right? I thought I knew what I was doing that day. I did not. No. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. So I'm not the warlock on the hill. I'm not preaching. I'm just warning. That's all. All right. I bleed just like anyone else. I got recent proof of it as well. Here we go. Seven of Swords. Final message to you. I said, what do you want to tell my people? 7 swords. Bullshit. Nonsense. Lies. A freaked out raven. I mean, the 10 of Cups goes back to 7 of Swords. Your dreams are a lie. No, it's not about that. Again, this is an energy, and again, it's assumptions. Yes, I'm annoyed with the main astrology that it's only talking about Mars and Saturn. It's going to really mess people up because that byproduct of the end byproduct, one of the end results of half-assing or taking shortcuts on things is so unimportant to this energy. You're very Whether you're normally prone to this or not, you're extra delusional in this energy about your own abilities. Okay? About your own ability to read people, to do things, whatever. I mean, I'm going to be, while this energy's around for the next week or so, I'm going to be double checking my readings. Double fact check. I always fact check myself before a reading goes online, especially if I say something, you know. But again, I wish TV would do that. They fucking all these goddamn CSI shows and all that kind of stuff, they've misled us with a big lie since they fucking came on that cyanide smells like fucking almonds. It does not. It most certainly does not. In fact, most people can't even smell it, right? And for the people that can, it usually smells like an indoor swimming pool, a chlorine smell. Truth. God's honest truth. Or what we might call bitter almond, which is not the same thing as almonds. So at the end of the day, we've been misled by all I wish everybody would just fact check stuff. You know, again, you could fact check what I just said. Google will tell you the same goddamn thing I just said, I'm sure. At the end of the day here, keep in mind, you're extra delusional in this energy. You're extra inclined to believe things that aren't true. I don't say anything that's not part of the energy. I just told you something. Why did Steve tell me that? Well, because you're inclined to believe things that aren't true. I mean, you would think if you saw it on CSI, it's probably true, right? Is it? Yeah. No, not necessarily, right? Those people half-ass their fact-checking too. Congratulations, right? So here we go. At the end of the day here, just double-check yourself. You're inclined. You're very susceptible in this energy to just assume that somebody's telling you the truth or somebody's this or that. You know, again, delulu, as the kids say. All right, there you go. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right. Be careful with this energy. All right. Good luck.